What is up, guys, and welcome back. So I've been on holiday, which is why it's taken such a long time for this to be created, but it is done, and I'm going to give you an in-depth tutorial on how to get the gold score as well as the other sub-challenges, gold challenges in this Drifters run. So let's get into it. Right, first up, my voice is just returning, which is why I sound like this, but let's get into this, guys. So ring-wise, we're going to go engine, which is airtime when your bike restores nitro, because on the first run we're going to go for Furious as well as the gold score. And the other ring is going to be the drifting repairs your bike, which should be on there all the time. It's called Snake. Now, the first run, like I mentioned, I'm going to do the Furious as well as the gold score. The second run, I'm going to do all the other sub-challenges in detail. I'm going to slow-mo and tell you everything about it. So, this run that I do here, I wasn't expecting it to be a good one, because from the start, I kind of messed up. But you will see here, I kind of hit the van, I don't line up properly, but I thought I would just leave it in because it just shows you what kind of a leeway, what kind of slack you guys have to actually do this. And although this is just 81,000, it is still a gold score, and that's all that matters to me. And no, I'm not going to try it again. This took about 7 hours, I would say, of grinding, and is by far the hardest challenge for me so far. So these guys, when they're close to you, just shoot them. You will get extra tallies for that. But like I mentioned before, guys, the next run that I do, I'm going to do a much more detailed run. I'm going to slow-mo it. I'm going to tell you what paths to take and stuff like that. But I thought the Furious as well as the gold rank here, I'll just get this out of the way to show you the actual route that I've taken. And I did source this on Reddit, I think. I did change it slightly, but in the end, this is the one that seems the one that everyone seems to be taking. So at this point, there's just so much information that I need to tell you, and I'm going to tell you all of that in a couple of seconds. As you can see here, this was very lucky. You have to go just to the right of that tree, and I was very lucky to get that considering how snaky I was coming up to it. This little section, not too much trouble here. It's all about that jump. If you fall on that jump, then you don't get the airtime. And if you don't get the airtime, then you won't get the ramped up challenge. Not by a fucking long shot. You have to land that. And this over here, you got a snake up here. But all I want to do is tell you everything straight away. But I'm going to withhold or bite my tongue, and I'm going to explain it to you in a couple of seconds. So we go all the way up the mountain. That guy almost gets me every time, and I don't think I could shoot him there for some reason. This part over here was probably second or third hardest part to master through those trees, and I'm going to go into detail on that in a second, because even those little branches from those trees will knock you the F out. So from this point it is fairly simple, but getting to this point it is not fairly simple at all, no siree. But I'll take the time to say thank you to all new subscribers, guys. You're amazing. Got such cool feedback, and I've decided to do the tutorials in even more in-depth, especially for one like this where it's all about parts. You know, you got to know how to angle your bike, how to land your bike, and all that crap. But here we come up to the final score of 81,000. Very, very lucky to get that. I do say so myself. She seems very amped. There it is. Never trying it again, but now we're going to do a very detailed walkthrough of that exact run. But we're going to change the rings this time, guys. You can get the gas guzzler as well. We're going to change the rings to, let's see what we change it to here. We're always going to keep Snake on. You always have to repair your bike, because if that dies, well, everything ends. And let's see, the airtime on your bike conserves fuel, because we're going to go for airtime, or ramped up at least, which requires you to possibly turn around at the end, which is what I did on this one, which I still easily be able to get the gold score. Not easily, just you're able to get the gold score by not even finishing the stage. You turn around and go back and do some ramps. Let's have a look here, guys. Right, so there is a way from the start to boost. I do not know how the hell I do it, because I've tried so many different things, pumping the acceleration, holding it down, but I would pump the acceleration and try and time it with the last second. Right, the first angle is this tree. You want to hug the right of this tree and go over this ramp at an angle. Don't go over the way the arrow shows you. You want this little airtime right here. Bunk, you need that. Then next, this one, you can follow the angle of the arrow, or direction of the arrow if you will, and then it's going to start getting very complicated. So from here, you can shoot this guy, but you want to focus on that tree right there. You want to go just to the left of that tree, so you can get your little drifty in here. Drift once and drift twice to line up for this ramp. And now again, this is also very difficult. This tree over here, as you land, I'll show you here, the thin one. You want to hug this, and just to the right of this tree, And then as you're going over this mound, you want to angle your bike to the right so you can actually go in this direction over the ambulance. Then we're going to swing around there, go all the way up to this big tree, and then drift just in front of it just to line yourself up. Now at this point, you want to have about 35 to 40 multiplier. You need that. And that's what took me so damn long, was getting to this point with that multiplier. Now you have to hit this ramp with the multiplier. Aim for this tree, but go just to the right of it. Just to the right of this tree, and then you have to land on the hill. If you land on the flat, you toast. In the shrubbery is exactly where you want to be. And that's going to line you up straight down here for this ramp. And that there, sir, is the most difficult part, landing that large ramp, because you're going for the airtime, and if you fall off your bike, you're not going to get the airtime that you want. Okay, so going up to the left over here, you want a zigzag. It's kind of an S shape, so you want to go left first, and then I would probably go around this tree on my right instead of going through the middle. Now this is a super hard part. This tree, you're going to come up to now the first one in this little bunch of trees. You want to stick to the left of it. And remember, if you hit those branches, you're toast. Then from here, you want to angle yourself to the left. Otherwise, you're going to hit that ramp right over there. You want to land on the flattish ground here. Well, that's not flat. This is kind of a hill. That is also going to take a fair amount of practice. Now we're going to head in between these two rocks. And there's going to be a little rock on your right. You want to stick to the left of this guy, jumping just through there. That's going to line you up for the next one. Although I do completely miss this ramp. Thank you. So that was a massive fail. But again, I thought I would leave it just to show you guys that there is some sort of leeway when going for these. And there's no point in trying to go for these all at once. So I thought I'd try and keep the score going there, but there was no point. I wasn't going for score. I was going for airtime. So as you can see, my bike is hurting. But over here on the right hand side, you can land on there. There's a little outcrop, and you can get another second of airtime right over there if you want to. But at this point, I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Going back, I've still got yellow, or now it's yellow, fuel. But time is never going to be an issue if you take this route and you've done it like this. So there are two ramps you can go past over here. The next one is going to be way further down. So I come to this point, circle around, and then do these two ramps again. And hopefully get enough. Spoiler alert, I don't. So as you can see, 30, what is it now, 35. And then I do take that one right there, and in the end I just need 2 seconds. So at this point I don't need to go all the way back, I just need to do the one ramp in front of me right here, and that should give me 2 seconds. And I do have a very unfortunate landing, which almost totals my bike, and I think I do run out of fuel as I land because there is no engine going. But with the momentum of this ramp and a very unfortunate landing, I was able to race through the end and grab the last 3. Ta-da! Right guys, so if you're having massive trouble with this and you explain to me that you've tried for a long time, I will do a share play for you. You can email me from my channel homepage and we can take it from there. But guys, if you're enjoying the content, if you're loving the tutorials, please smash the like button. It really helps the channel. Any questions you have, just ask me. I'm always going to reply. So I'm going to let my gold run play out just to extend the video a little bit. But I want to say thank you so much for watching guys, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.